Mr. Shak Hill, Colonel Shak Hill, United States Air Force.
Woo!
My name is Shak Hill, and I'm running for the United States Senate to replace Mark Warner in 2014. I'm so pleased to be here with you today. I'm pleased to be with our veterans. I too am a veteran of the United States Air Force. It was back then that I raised my right hand and I swore to defend and to protect the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Woo!
It is also now that I realize that swearing, that declaration, when I raised my hand, had no expiration date.
That's right.
And right now, our country needs defenders of our Constitution now more than it ever has in my lifetime.
Amen.
That's right.
We need men and women to be in the United States Senate who recognize that the Constitution is the greatest written political statement ever devised by man to ensure our liberty. We need that desperately. It was here a month or so ago that I was standing at the World War II memorial right behind me. It was during the government shutdown. It was when barricades were erected that prevented our World War II veterans from coming to the memorial that was built for their benefit. It was built for their memory. They found barricades at Omaha Beach in a foreign land, and then they came to their war memorial and found barricades here. The Vietnam veterans came. They wanted to touch their wall. They wanted to remember their fallen brothers, and they were roped off and told to go away. It's interesting because during that government shutdown, it gave us an unintended logic. It was our very government leaders who have forgotten why we fought those very wars in the first place.
Amen.
And I have to tell you, as an Air Force veteran and as a decorated combat pilot, I will never forget the horizon of freedom that stands before each one of us.
That's right.
Admiral Nimitz told us during World War II that uncommon valor was a common virtue. Today, we are being governed by many who think that statement is not true. Instead, they perverse it and turn it into this. Uncommon cowardice has become a common vice. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot let that happen. And the asset of our freedom is now being replaced by the deficit of our national debt. You have to realize that as we sell one more American bond, we're giving away our freedom to countries that do not love and appreciate America and do not love or appreciate freedom. We are giving away those bonds so that our children and your children will one day have to come and pay for that. It's like we're using their credit card. And we're using that credit card for the purposes of government indulgences. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look around the mall today and you see a young child, I need you to remember that that child's share of the public debt is about $53,000 and counting. Somebody is spending our children's credit card, and it's the current administration and it's those currently in Congress. Well, somebody needs to call the bank and report the card stolen.
Yeah.
More concerning than our national debt is the national decency and goodness that was just talked about. When we take the decency and goodness that formed our country, that we all espouse to pass on to our children and our posterity, and when we start celebrating those such as Miley Cyrus and others who do evil things and do bad things, then we as a nation are suffering. And we're suffering from that decency that we need to bring back, and we need to bring back today. Our Creator also suffers when that decency is diminished. It's almost like at one point we say, in God we trust on our national currency, and at another point we pass laws in which God is completely forgotten. It's just like our Creator has been relegated to the status of a non-essential employee. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not where we came from, and this is not where we were formed. But greater than the crisis of the national debt is that decency that I was telling you about. And where it comes from and where it starts is with the sacredness of life and recognizing the right to life. And as the right to life is critiqued and is assaulted, it makes perfect sense that all of our other rights would be assaulted as well. We need to send people to the United States Senate that will recognize that life begins at conception, and that's what I believe. We have to look no further than our current administration to see that that's where a lot of this starts. You see, in 2008, President Barack Obama then was asked, when does life begin? And if you all remember, his answer was, quote, that's above my pay grade. Well, since that time, it's been proven that a lot of things have been above his pay grade.
Go ahead.
Including the question, when does liberty begin?
Hello.
Because time and time again, this administration shows us where liberty ends. Ladies and gentlemen, without life or liberty, then the pursuit of happiness is an empty quest. Amen. Today I want to assure you, and I want to assure all Virginians, that as we look to see who's going to be representing us in 2014, as we look to see who we're going to be sending to Washington, D.C., we have to remember several things. The first we have to remember is this. We are endowed with certain inalienable rights. And those rights start with life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. And they continue with the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms, the right to remain silent, the right to not have soldiers quartered in our homes during peacetime. But more importantly, we have to remember that those rights have been given to us by our Creator. There are people right behind me that think that they give us their rights. They think that they give us the rights, and if they think they give us the rights, then they think they can take them away from us as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I'm going to be beholden to you, I'm going to be beholden to our Constitution, and I'm going to be beholden to our Creator.
Amen.
And on this Veterans Day, let me tell each and every one of you veterans, I am proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and the women who died, who gave that right to me. And I will gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, because there ain't no doubt I love this land. May God bless you, and may God bless the USA. Thank you very much.